Hi, I'm Jim Gordon.
And I'm Lita Leapens.
And welcome to a special intro, Lita, to a different kind of edition of Our City Tonight.
Yes, lucky us. We are in Maui, in fact, in the Kanapali Beach area.
That's right. And the reason we're here, folks, is over the next 3 or 4 months, we're going to be showing you highlights from not only the Hawaii Food and Wine Festival, but also this lovely piece of paradise on Maui.
It is absolutely gorgeous here, and I love my job.
I do. Actually, we're relaxed ever since we got here. Anyway, you're going to see some of Maui memories coming up in this edition of Our City Tonight.
This Maui Memories segment is brought to you by the Kanapali Beach Resort Association and the Hawaii Food and Wine Festival. Maui, where the world comes to play.
Well, in this edition of Maui Memories, Lita, we're going to do what I'll call a little bit of speed dating with the with the chefs.
Yes. Well, we wish we had an hour with each of them, but we are going to be talking to some, I'm going to say, royalty in the chef world from all over.
Yeah, and some of the ones here in Kanapali and on the island of Maui. Let's go speed date right now.
I have, again, Chef Royalty with me, Roy, who is one of the co-founders of this incredible festival. Roy, we're going to start by telling us a little bit about how it started for you. I know we talked to Alan, and we're going to be talking to Denise, but your own memories of this beginning.
Okay, if I can remember that far back.
14 years, I think you can.
But you know what? So over at Roy's on Oahu, we used to do dinners for the Farm Bureau. So we were doing dinners, trying to raise money for, to get more education for farmers, to get more people acclimated to what's going on in farming in Hawaii and stuff like that. So we used to do those events, and of course, Chef Ellen and I used to do the events, and then we would invite others to participate. And then sometimes one year we had some sheeps and some rabbits running around in the parking lot. So we had these events, and then so I told Dean Okimoto, who was the chair for the Farm Bureau president, and then Denise was helping them out. So I said, hey, you know what? You guys should really consider doing something like a festival, and I'm not sure what it is, but maybe you guys should really consider doing a festival or doing something bigger than the Farm Bureau. These dinner for a couple hundred people. So Denise, with their background in community affairs, governmental affairs, and community relations, so she knows how to maneuver, all these different angles with the state. So she goes, okay, maybe I can work with the state, and maybe we can get some funding. So with that said and done, we went to Warren Sean, who was head of Southern Wine Glaciers. So we went to him and said, hey, Warren, would you participate, and would you consider, being part of the team if we started this festival? And of course, he jumped in and said yes.
Wow.
And we went to all the different hotels and said, hey, listen, this isn't about promoting one hotel. This is about promoting the state. So if you guys are interested, we want all of you guys, whoever wants to join us, come join us. And, we want to have these events at different hotels. And, as you know, or may not know, our festival is a 501c3, so it's a nonprofit. So we're a nonprofit entity. So we're all about giving money back to the community.
Raphael, you have been involved with this festival, as you just shared with me, since the beginning. Tell us a little bit about that and your relationship with the founders.
It's amazing. Both Alan and Roy have been friends for probably close to 30 years now.
Wow.
And I was invited to be an assistant at Cuisines of the Sun in 1992, and then we were invited back the following year as chefs, and that's where the relationship began with Alan Wong. And then from there I met Roy, and we had done several events with Roy for his anniversary dinner, 5, 10, 15-year anniversary dinners. We just celebrated his huge milestone at his original restaurant last year. Hawaii Food and Wine was something that they started, and we did the first year at Kolina. and it was just a great event. And we've been fortunate enough to be, invited back every year. And it's just a great way to reconnect with so many chefs that we wouldn't have the opportunity to reconnect with back home in our busy lives.
We saw this man walk in the restaurant, and Lena and I dragged him over here very quickly in between all the other things he's doing here. Senor Drago, it is a great pleasure to meet you, sir. Tell our viewers at home about your involvement here at the festival. This is such a great time we're having here.
It is a great time. It's a great cause. It's a great event. Great people in Hawaii. I mean, it's nothing that is not great about this place, about everything's happened here. I've been doing since day one. I think this is the 14th or the 16th year. And it's just every single year looks like it's a beginning. The excitement is like we all been here for the first time. Just see what's Roy and Alan and all the stuff, around this food and wine they are doing to help really local farmers and the kids and the hospital and, everybody. It's just amazing. And we are so grateful and so happy to be here to just put our small little, help, small little touch. It's exciting.
Tell us a little bit about the history of your involvement in the founding of this amazing festival 14 years ago.
The very first year, we were only on Oahu. Few events, so many chefs. Now we're on 3 islands. We have more events, and when you count the mixologists, the winemakers, and all the chefs, 150 come to Hawaii.
That's truly incredible. What would you say inspires you the most about this festival now to this very day?
Anytime you put the spotlight on Hawaii, I'm happy.
Well, as we wrap up this segment, we had to bring on Denise. She's one of the co-founders. I shouldn't say had to. We wanted to bring on Denise. She's one of the co-founders of the festival. Hey, let's talk about that first of all. This is a great history for you, and we've really enjoyed talking to some of the talent you have brought in for this festival.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
Yes, we have some great talent here on the islands. I mean, we have chefs from all over the world coming to Maui, coming to West Maui to support this festival. And so we're super excited for this weekend.
Could you talk a little bit about the philanthropic and the charitable elements of what this festival is doing? Of course, a year ago, a tragedy, but it's renewal and it's helping people. And this is what the festival really, a big part of what the festival is about.
So Hawaii Food and Wine Festival was started as a 501c charitable nonprofit organization. Over the years, we've raised over $5 million to give back to the community. Most of that has gone to culinary and agricultural community organizations. But last year, with the Maui wildfires, the festival raised $1.3 million and supported 1,300 hospitality and bar workers in Kaanapali and West Maui.
Hey, I got to ask you, just before I let you go, Denise, what a cool shirt you're wearing. And there's a local element about this shirt you're wearing.
Yes, so this shirt is a collaboration between a local designer called Fighting Eel, and you'll see these fish are her logo, and then the other logo is our logo. And all the chef coats, the collars and on the sleeves is also a collaboration. So every year we try to partner with a local designer to do something cool to give exposure to some of our local talent here beyond the culinary scene.
That's very cool. You're very cool. Thank you very much for joining us, Denise.
Thank you.
This Maui Memories segment was brought to you by the Kaanapali Beach Resort Association and the Hawaii Food and Wine Festival. Maui, where the world comes to play.
Canadian award-winning jewelry designer Sonia Picard has been a professional full-time artist since 1990. She's an international teacher, an artist, a jewelry designer, and her work can be found in some of the most exquisite international spas and boutique stores. Her clients are visionaries, celebrities, and simply those who seek connection and expression of their heart through their adornment. I want to welcome a very good friend, Sonia Picard, to our city tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, so excited. It's about time.
Thank you.
I have worn your jewelry on the show since the beginning, and we have to show, I'm wearing all her adornment now. I've been following you since I guess the 90s, I used to cut out your little ads that were in the Georgia Strait. And
That's
then
right.
by weird coincidence, we had a mutual friend, Marlena, who introduced us, and we've been fast friends
That's
since.
right, we have.
Yeah, tell us a little of how you got started. You've got the most beautiful designs.
Thank you. Well, I was studying yogic philosophy of all things and wanted to create wearable mantras, and it kind of snowballed from there. Started in silver and then went into gold, and with your pieces, I've done Recycle Your Love, which is really I find a real magical service, because I'm taking people's old heirloom pieces and we visit how you received them, how you became a custodian of these pieces. We talk about the stories. Sometimes those stories are not so good, sometimes they are good. And then we find the symbology that we want to celebrate, and it's really coming into past, present, and future. And I'll find words. I'll give my clients a meditation to find some words to put inside the rings or pieces, and it really becomes a very powerful piece for that person to wear that really celebrates their life on all facets. So-
Now, not only did I get a Recycle Your Love beautiful ring made, but I also had my engagement
That's
ring
right.
Designed with
Very
you.
honored.
And I always have such great positivity wearing these pieces, and so many compliments.
Thank you.
Now, you've got some projects that you're constantly, I'm not going to say pivoting, but you're always changing, keeping the old, because people love that.
Yep.
But you've got a passionate project happening right now. Tell us about that.
I do. Well, artists are moved by all kinds of emotions, and this new project is called Affirmation Love Notes. And it started with, the wars that started in the last recent years. And I started to see the social media landscape that was really very negative. I actually became depressed myself, and just really seeing how the whole way we communicate with each other, we've now become more divisive, agitated towards each other. And I wanted to find a way of how we can bring back positive words and positivity to each other again. And I mean, I'm just a little drop in the ocean, but basically I wanted to make some pieces that people could wear that had a positive affirmation on the back of their pieces, and an art form to remind ourselves what we say has an effect. I mean, words have the ability to hurt somebody, sometimes for their whole life, and words have the ability to uplift us. And that was really my passion, and it's really like moving forward, this is really a platform for me.
Well, you have, I think it's 30 years of mysticism knowledge
Yeah.
that you put into that, and you can really feel that. I mean, I know this piece that I'm wearing, there's a lot of strength and meaning to it.
Yeah.
Plus, you've inscribed in my rings,
Yes.
and the painting behind us. Tell us
Yeah.
a little bit about that.
So this is like the 8-arrow heart, and all of a sudden you look at this heart and you know that is, it's the symbol of love going in all directions. And so I have jewelry as well as art, and in all different forms. I'm also going to have clients, maybe they want their own affirmation kind of graffitied in the middle. So maybe it might be something from a marriage proposal to, something that they want to, remind themselves of every day, like let love manifest. I've even been finding words like in songs, crazy in love, all the different titles that are out there, things that, we remember, that we go, oh yeah, that's really something that marks my life. And so I want to create these memories and images and symbology that really reminds us to stay on track.
Tell our viewers where they can find out more about Sonia Picard collection.
Well, you can go on my website, soniapicard.com, and you can find my art and jewelry, or you can make an appointment with me here in Vancouver or via video, and you can find me there.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, it's great to share this. Such a talented lady with the world, and I always encourage my girlfriends, if you've got all that jewelry that's just sitting in the drawer and you don't know what to do with grandma's ring and
Yeah.
amulet and whatever, this is the
I'm
lady
your
to
girl.
go to. It is so fun. So again, Sonia Picard, amazing creative designer, artist, and teacher.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on Our
Thank
City
you.
tonight.
Our City Tonight is providing a segment for Healthy New Horizons for seniors that includes information from professionals on health and wellness, free senior services, online safety, financial management, government programs, and stories of inspiration.
Yes, another Healthy Horizons segment. We're covering a wide array of topics in this series. We've talked about diet, healthcare. We've also talked about government programs. Now we're going to talk about something that is not just exclusive to the plus 60 crowd. And we brought an expert in to talk about online scamming, phone scamming, what you can do to avoid that. Joining us today from the TD branch, she is the branch manager in Surrey. It's Sonia Bassi. Sonia, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Pleasure.
It's great to have you, and thank you for joining us on this. As I mentioned off the top, this is not something that's exclusive to the plus 60 crowd, but it seems to be maybe they're a little less understanding, a little less prepared for this online scamming, digital scamming, and even on the phone, because it's never been bigger. Can you talk right off the bat as to, let's talk with email scamming. What are some of the things that you would advise our viewers, young and old, to be aware of?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. PD actually did a recent survey where they had about 1,000 colleagues or 1,000 people in Canada that they interviewed across different provinces. And what we noticed was 7 out of 10 people were actually not confident, and they felt that they will be getting some kind of financial fraud in their life. Right. So, and definitely one of the big scams that happens out there on social media is through emails, messages, on your, like your other social media channels that you use. So there's a lot of that continues to happen. But as an organization, what we really recommend our customers is when you see a link that you're not expecting, whether that's through SMS, whether that's through email, do not click on the link. Because TD would never, ever ask you for your personal information. We would never call you and ask you for your passwords, PIN numbers, any of that information. So it's very important if you are receiving an email with a link that asks you for your personal information, whether that's your access card, whether that's your password, online password, never click on those links. We actually have an email which is td.phishing.com where you can forward that email or even a text message, and those goes to our fraud team, and then they look after those emails. But yeah, if you ever see a text or an email, you should definitely not click on those. There's a number on the back of your debit card. You should definitely call that number and inquire as per that number.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've become so paranoid. I actually was in touch recently with my TD credit card hotline because I received an email from the credit card company, and it looked so real. And they left a phone number, but it wasn't the number I saw on the back of my card. And so my thing is always err on the side of caution, for sure, even if you feel foolish. And I certainly felt silly calling, but they said, no, Mr. Gordon, you were right to do that. But I guess you would agree that these scams are certainly becoming more efficient and smarter in trying to lure people to get information.
Absolutely. Like I said, when we did the survey, in the survey, about 71% of these scams actually happen through email and phone, 69% through text messages, and definitely they can seem very, very genuine. So it's important to sometimes trust your gut. If you're not expecting a message, if you haven't applied for a job and you haven't really signed up for a new service and you're seeing these text messages or links come through your email, definitely the first sign is trust your gut. And when you go to the bank or when you talk to a phone representative with the bank, make sure you're being honest. It's okay. I feel a lot of people in the survey also said that they feel embarrassed when something like this happens. They're shy that they don't share this information with family, or they're shy of sharing it with even a TD bank representative. So I think it's very important that when you are a victim of fraud, be honest and then come and talk to a phone rep or a representative at the branch, because we can definitely help you. We're the first line of defense, I would say, when you receive these kind of links. So it's very important that you come and talk to a TD representative.
Sonia, thank you so much for joining us on this always important issue. We appreciate your insight. It's Sonia Bassi, branch manager for TD Trust in Surrey. I'm sure we'll have you back again because this is always an ongoing problem and there are always new things that are coming up. So Sonia, thanks for giving our viewers your insight on this really important issue.
Thank you. Thank you for having me again. And I would love to come back. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
This segment is brought to you by Bosa Foods, with 2 locations to serve you. Bosa Foods, authentic Italian.
Hello, my name is Sophie, and I will be performing here for the wonderful Bosa Foods today for Customer Appreciation Day. Una mattina mi sono alzato, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao.
Well, we're back at Bosa, as the opening said, and it is chestnuts roasting on an open fire season. We're joined by familiar face. Superstar Christina is with us again.
Thank you, Jim.
We're here for Customer Appreciation Day, as Sophie said.
Well, there's not an open fire back there. Definitely
pretty
not.
close, pretty close.
But the chestnut is correct. And tell us a little bit about the history of chestnuts in Italy.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Actually, it's been part of the culture of Italian cuisine for centuries. They used to grow a lot of chestnut trees because in some areas in Italy they could not grow wheat. So the ancient Romans started cultivating these chestnut trees for food and for wood. And eventually they were growing all over Italy because they grow really well on the Italian mountains. So now it has been really part of the culture of the Italians. It used to be called the bread of the poor because in sometimes in certain places all they had was chestnuts. So they're able to use the chestnuts and ground them into flour. And with that they used to make bread and pasta. So it's been in our culture for many, many years.
And you actually have some of that here, some
We
pasta
actually do.
that is
We
made.
actually have, if you'd like me to show you, we have some of our, we actually sell the chestnut flour.
That's amazing.
That's so
And it's
cool.
very popular for people to buy to make cakes, actually,
Wow.
and breads.
Wow, that'd be important for someone like me who's gluten-free.
Exactly, exactly.
Well,
Gotta keep this now.
Lita's going to go inside and talk about some other great items here. And when we come back at the end of the segment, we're going to drink some chestnuts. What? Huh? Yeah, we are. That's coming up later with Christina.
Well, we are here at the Bosa Customer Appreciation Day at their Kootenai location, and we're going from chestnuts to cheese. And I am here with the beautiful Rosa, who is one of the cheese experts. Rosa, what are you cutting up for the beautiful customers today?
Hello, everybody. This is the cheese special today as a provolone picante and provolone al fiocchetto. And they come from Italy and the South Italy and the Naples area, that area there.
And this is a very traditional cheese for Italy. I know Bosa carries a lot of different cheeses, but this one is special.
It's very, very, very demanding for this cheese, actually. So
And-
and very popular.
Very popular. You've got mountains of these cheeses here for all the great customers coming down today. Great deals as
Everybody
well.
enjoy the cheeses. Everybody like to shop at Bosa for
Yeah.
many different.
Oh, I know. I don't go anywhere else for my cheeses. Can I try a piece?
Please, my pleasure.
Thank you, Rosa.
You're welcome.
Oh, amazing. Well, I am the lucky one. I am still back here behind the deli, and now I'm with Valentina, who is the sausage expert. Who knew about these amazing sausages? Tell us a little bit.
Yes, we have 16 kind of sausages, and we make fresh every day.
Wow.
Yeah, so, and today we are sampling the turkey crumbly, a special option for the season and for the holidays. Also, we have some kale sausage, just a regular sausage meat with steamed kale.
Excellent. I am going to sample, of course, and so these are available all season,
every day. We have in the display for customer and made from scratch, fresh.
Those are delicious. Only available at Bosa Foods.
Yes.
Well, I'm at another area of the store, actually towards the entrance, which is appropriate because the entry coffees that Melissa is making. Tell us a little bit about the specialty coffee that Bosa carries.
Well, today I'm making espresso macchiatos. They're a single shot of our fabulous Augusta medium roast espresso with just a tiny bit of steamed milk.
Wonderful. And you have some amazing things to spice it up with. Tell us about that.
We have a full line of coffee syrups. The ones I'm using today are the pumpkin spice and the white chocolate. Together they make a cheesecake.
Oh,
pumpkin cheesecake.
That sounds
with
illegal.
the espresso. It is illegal. It's so good.
I've had the espresso. I have yet to try the spiced syrups, but it all goes very, very well with the holiday panettone.
Pumpkin panettone.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh.
super fresh. It's delicious. It just came in from Italy.
Oh my goodness. So these are all available for throughout holiday season
Yes.
and for entertaining and all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
Back here where we began the segment, Christina's with us again. We're going to talk a little more about chestnuts and the tradition.
Yes. In Italy, the Italian tradition is to harvest the chestnuts in the fall. So this is a perfect time of year to enjoy your chestnuts, and there's a lot of festivities and events just around the harvesting of the chestnuts all over Europe this time of year. And what we've done is we flew in a bunch of fresh chestnuts from Italy to share with all of you today, and to say a thank you to all our customers on a special Customer Appreciation Day here at Kootenai.
And you have quite a tradition in your own family with
I do.
chestnut.
I have to say chestnuts. I love chestnuts. And traditionally, my family, since I was a little girl, have been roasting chestnuts actually on my parents' open fireplace at their home, which we still do today.
Yeah.
And I've carried on this tradition with my own family. It's been amazing.
That's wonderful.
And I hope I can share it with you guys. And I
Well,
hope
you will.
start sharing
Look
it.
at this. Come on. You can have
Okay,
one of mine.
I can have one of yours.
And I've
Thank
actually
you.
I did not know this existed. That's how dim I am at times. I'm about to have some chestnut soup.
That is another great item that's made with chestnuts. What do you think?
Wow, that's
Yeah.
very good.
Wow.
The great thing about coming to Boza Foods is there's always something new here to learn about and to experience and bring into your cuisine at home.
Your team is very, very educated, knowledgeable, and approachable, and that's the beauty of shopping.
And
at
I continue to consistently spill food all over my face every time I do it on camera, so it's fantastic.
That's okay.
Give me a
Enjoy.
lobster
Bon
bit or
appetit.
something. Anyway, Customer Appreciation Day here at the Kootenai Street Store. Come check Boza Foods out, one of our best friends here on Our City Tonight.
This segment was brought to you by Boza Foods, with 2 locations to serve you. Boza Foods, authentic Italian.
Closed captioning and other promotional considerations provided by Hamilton High Street Senior Residence, Richmond's newest senior living community.
Well, we're back at the beaches of Kanapali and looking at a gorgeous sunset.
Boy, this is a place to be. I hope you enjoyed our second Maui Memories coming up throughout the winter, and this is when you want to show this lovely area through the winter months. We're going to have more great highlights from this beautiful island and the area of Kanapali. But for now, it's time to wrap up. I'm Jim Gordon.
And aloha from Little Ethan.
Mahalo for watching. We'll see you on the next edition of Our City Tonight.
You can contact us and watch past episodes at OurCityTonightTV.com. The Richmond Sentinel, providing news, entertainment, and human interest stories in print and online.